This was a build that came about from pure spite. I was talking with my dungeon master about the lore of his world one day, and I asked a question to which he responded, my character's intelligence was not high enough to know that. So I rolled a history check for him. 13 for a total of 12. No, he tells me. So in that moment, I knew the next campaign he runs with me, I would know everything. I would create a character with knowledge that rivals the gods. I would become omniscient. I would gain access to his private world-building documents due to the sheer amount of knowledge my character has. The concept. The goal with this character is to 1. Max out our intelligence, and 2. Gain expertise or proficiency in as many knowledge skills as possible. I immediately knew we had to go rogue. They gain the most skill proficiencies and have expertise, which is exactly what we need. Half-elf was a good choice for the race as well, because they gain even more skill proficiencies, and I wanted this character to be a little more interesting in combat, so I decided to take a few levels of Blade Singer since our intelligence would already be so high. I decided to end with the levels of Rogue 18, Wizard 2. I thought about going Rogue 14, Wizard 6 to get the extra attack of Blade Singers, but I decided against it since being mostly Rogue fit the backstory for the character I made better. And as a quick note, if you want to play this character or any other optimized character, really, talk to your DM first, as it can make their job much harder if only one character is planning on playing like this. But now on to the build. Starting at level 1, take your first level in Rogue. We're using standard array, so put your 15 into intelligence, 14 into dex, 13 into con, 12 for wisdom, and 10 charisma, and dump your strength with 8. Select half-elf as your race, and by using the customizing your origin rules from Tasha's, bump your intelligence by 2, and dex and con by 1 each. This should give you a final stat spread that looks something like this. For your background, select Sage. This will provide proficiency in Arcana and History. With our 4 rogue proficiencies, choose Investigation, Stealth, Sleight of Hand, and Acrobatics. We won't be taking expertise in most of these, but as a rogue, the party kind of expects you to have them. And from the half-elf skills, we are going to take Religion and Perception. In terms of equipment, I chose a rapier, a short sword, an explorer's pack, and for our languages, we start with Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant, as well as 3 more of our choices. I picked Dwarvish, Draconic, and Undercommon, but go with whatever fits your character. Our final choice at level 1 is our expertise. You want to take Arcana and History, as I find those to be the most useful knowledge-based skills. Level 2, there's nothing really interesting here, just continue with Rogue. Level 3, we're going to select the Scout subclass from Xanathar's, as that will give us 2 more proficiencies in Survival and Nature, which is the final intelligence skill we need. Then at level 4, you're going to take the Skill Expert feat. This will bump our intelligence up to +4 and get another expertise in proficiency. I selected Religion as my next expertise, and Insight as my proficiency, as that's just a useful skill to have. Level 5 is where we want to take our first level in Wizard. We know 3 cantrips and 5 first level spells. These are the ones I picked. And if your DM doesn't allow Sneak Attack and Booming Blade to stack, you're going to want to replace that cantrip. At level 6, you're taking your second and final level in Wizard. For your subclass, select Blade Singing. Proficiency in Performance is a nice ribbon ability, and we don't really get much out of the weapon or armor proficiencies, but we're really just here for Blade Song. You also get 2 more spells. I picked Disguise Self and Sleep, but again, pick whatever you like for your character. The main reason we're picking Blade Song is because we want to help bump our AC, since our dex won't be as high as most rogues would be. Continuing on to level 7, we're taking our 5th level in Rogue. The best part here is our proficiency bonus increases, making our expertise and proficiencies even more impactful. At level 8, we're continuing into Rogue and gaining 2 more expertise. Take Nature and Investigation, as this will complete expertise in all intelligence-based skills. At level 9, we go to 7 in Rogue and get Evasion, before continuing on to level 10 to get our 8 level ASI. We're taking Keen Mind to get our intelligence to 19, and cause you can't very well play a genius character without taking the feat literally called Keen Mind. At level 11, we get the Scout feature that increases our walking speed by 10 feet, meaning we have a base speed of 40, but we can get that up to 50 feet with Blade Song. So if we dash as an action and a bonus action, we can go up to 150 feet of movement on our turn, and then you can use your reaction to move another 25 feet if the enemy somehow caught up with you, allowing a total of 175 feet of movement in 1 round. At level 12, I'm taking the Linguist feat. This caps our intelligence out at 20, but also allows us to learn 3 more languages, making us feel even smarter when we're playing. Level 13 provides us with reliable talent, and what this means is that any check you're proficient in, you cannot roll below a 10, We currently add 12 to all intelligence skill rolls, meaning we can't roll below a 22. At level 14, we take our 12th rogue level, and with this ASI, I'm taking Elven Accuracy and bumping our dex up to a +3. We can then use Silvery Barbs to give ourselves advantage on an attack to make the most of this feat, or if your DM uses flanking, just abuse that. At level 15, we get another Scout subclass feature. It's fun, but nothing amazing. Level 16, we get Blind Sight, which is the same deal. Level 17's Wisdom per save proficiency is really nice though. And at 18th level, we get our final ASI, which I'll be using just to bump our dex up by 2. 19th level provides the Scout feature Sudden Strike, which allows us to make a bonus action attack that we can get sneak attack on a second time. 2 sneak attacks in one turn is huge, and I'll talk more about this when we get to the playing the build section in just a second. And finally, at 20th level, we get Elusive, where attacks against us cannot have advantage. It's useful, but not anything too flashy. Playing this build. Your main job is out of combat. You know things. In combat, up until 19th level, you mostly just function like any melee rogue, but you have Booming Blade. You run up to the enemy, hit him with Booming Blade, bonus action disengage, and run away. You should be working with your allies to get sneak attack on this hit, so you deal a ton of damage initially from both Booming Blade and sneak attack, and then if they try and chase you, they take even more. Once you reach 19th level, we now have another option for fighting. This one's better if there's multiple enemies. You're going to want to go up to one and take just the regular attack action, hit him with sneak attack. Then you want to run over to another one and bonus action hit them to get multiple sneak attacks. If there's only one big enemy though, stick with the Booming Blade strategy. In terms of defense, you need to pick up Studded Leather along the way. This gives us a base AC of 16. With Blade Song, that bumps up to 21. Using the Shield spell, our armor class caps out at 26. Plus, having proficiency in both Dex and Wisdom saves, bonus action disengage, attacks not being able to have advantage against us, the ability to use our reaction to run away without opportunity attacks, evasion, and uncanny dodge make us more than competent defensively. Outside of combat is where you really shine though. You can speak 8 languages, you have reliable talent and proficiency in 11 skills. On intelligence skills, the lowest you can roll is a 27. You very well could be the smartest person on the face of the planet. Even Vecna the Archlich has only a +14 to history. You literally know more than the god of secrets. In terms of magic items, here's my top pick for each rarity with this character. For uncommon, the Cloak of Elvenkind. This will help make up for the fact we don't have expertise in stealth, since the party will still likely expect that from you. For rare, the Sunblade. We're going to need some sort of magic finesse weapon, and this would be my choice. Mostly just because it's a lot of fun, but you could always go for just a plain +2 rapier or a flame tongue. For very rare, you need the Tome of Clear Thought. The whole point is to be smart, and bumping your intelligence up to a +6 is amazing. And for legendary, the Ion Stone of Mastery. This increases our proficiency bonus to +7, and for a character with expertise, it's especially impactful. The character. Now, every good build needs a backstory to explain all the choices, so this is what I came up with. This character was always very intelligent, but had a knack for trouble. After spending their early childhood years with their human mother, due to disciplinary issues, they're sent off to go live with and study under their father, who was the professor of blade singing at a prestigious elven wizarding school. This character was a gifted student, but they had very bad habits, constantly being truant or breaking into the library to read forbidden tomes. Eventually, they're expelled from this wizarding school, and their father disowns them out of shame. They wander the land and find themselves in a small town, where eventually they settle down. They find a spouse and have a kid, but they end up falling into debt gambling at the local tavern, causing their spouse to leave with their son, looking for a better life away from this character. They realize it's time to get their act together, and now they're adventuring so they can make enough money to pay off their debts and find their spouse and kid. I think this hits the main points of a first draft for a backstory, gives our character motivation to be an adventurer, briefly explains all of their abilities as a highly studied person, and the low-leveled wizardry from a brief stint at a magic school. And it's vague enough that as a DM, I would be happy to work with the player fleshing this out and to give me more than enough hooks to base off of it. So that's it. That's the build for playing a genius character. If you would have done anything differently, let me know down below. I'm curious to see how I might have been able to improve it. But until next time, get out there, have fun, and roll some dice.